Hello and good morning. Welcome to Coffee Nation. How are you this morning, Coffee Nation? I'm doing just fine. I'm drinking a cup that I got. Good morning, Deborah. I'm drinking a cup that I got here in Orange Beach. Good morning, Paul. I don't have any music set up for this show yet. I guess I could upload some more of my songs from Spotify or wherever I have my music on there. I guess it's Spotify. I could do that. We're going to test this camera out again. Because we were having issues again on Friday, even after I cleaned out the charging port. My goodness, something's like itching my nose. So, but yeah, I'm drinking this local to Orange Beach house blend of Southern Grind Coffee House. And I got to tell you, I like this place. The shop itself is really cool. Everything in there is in this pretty like seafoam. Oh, there we go. Come on. Camera. Seriously, this got to be the cord. This got to be the cord. That's the only thing I can figure. I got to get a new cord when I get home. There's not a Best Buy down here. And I haven't seen a Target either. It's ridiculous. It can't be the phone. The phone's fine. Whatever. If it keeps happening, I'll go to manual override. But yeah, this is good. I like the smell of it. This is a real low acid, smooth coffee. I like it. I was over there the other day, and they also have good cookies, and they make gelato, which I didn't try because I can't have a lot of like dairy-based ice cream, but I wanted to. They had one that was a Cookie Monster that was like a blue gelato with Oreos in it. That's totally my jam. Like I'm very into that. But I gotta stick with the oat milk or the coconut milk stuff. So, let's see who's here. Good morning, Jonathan and Cheryl and Heather LeBlanc. I love that name. Michelle, good morning, Michelle. Monsoon Malabar, yeah, prehistoric style. I love it. Hello, Carrie. And Dez, what's up? And Dr. Kelly's here, and Bobby's got the Coffee Nation hashtag going. I know my camera's on beach time. It was on beach time when I was still in Chattanooga, so I don't know what's wrong with it. It might be time. I mean, it could be a faulty port. I've had that happen before where I had to replace the port inside that in like an iPhone, like 2 or 3 models. It was probably 3 models ago. It seems like it was like a 6-year ago problem. So if it keeps fritzing out, I'll just deal with it. It's a 30-minute show. Shouldn't be too bad. That means it'll happen 2 more times. I hope not. Yes, that's true. Happy Drunks to Fireworks Weekend. Yeah. When we're in Alabama, so that should be particularly interesting. Buenos dias, Gary. Yeah, man. Yeah, no, they don't. I don't think so. I don't think they do. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is one of the knockoff cords. I thought that I try to make it a habit of only buying, because I use Apple stuff. I mean, I have a PC at home for certain things that I almost never do, but like everything that I do in life is on an iPad, my Mac, and my iPhone. So I feel like Apple is I've said this before, I feel like they're the only mega corporation that might not be evil. Like Google for sure evil, right? Like it took them 11 years to get my bio right on Google search. Like when you searched Ernest Dempsey, it had my picture and a bio from the guy from Pakistan, which is fine. Like he's a nice guy, but it threw a lot of people off over the years. Right? A lot of people. And what's funny is, I might have told y'all this. I texted one of my attorneys, who's an attorney buddy of mine. I texted him like 4 weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, and said, "Hey, I'm not the type of person to sue anybody, but I have gone through every hoop I'm supposed to jump through here. I have spoken to physical people who work at Google, and they're like, oh my goodness, that's terrible. We'll see what we can do. For 11 years, I did all the right things and they never fixed it. So I text my buddy, the attorney, who won a case against Ford. All right. He beat Ford, so he knows what he's doing. He never responded back. He still hasn't, which is on brand for him. I'm adjusting my watch. That night, the search was fixed. Like, like an hour later, it was fixed. I was like, yeah, okay, they're definitely watching everything. Weirdos. You Silicon Valley weirdos. But Apple, they seem not so bad. Megan, you want to get a cup of coffee? It's ready. It's okay if you appear in the background. Nobody's gonna say anything. It'll improve the view, for sure. I mean, yeah, I made you the turtle one. Yeah, look, okay, good. Camera's still going for now. I'm not from Pakistan. I can do lots of accents. I can't do that one. Not without probably offending some Pakistani people, and I have at least one Pakistani friend. Well, I did. His poker buddy, he got deported. I don't mean to laugh about that, but it was his own fault. He was here totally legally, and he forgot to renew his visa or something crazy. This was like 8 years ago, 9 years ago. Pretty good. And yeah, he was. One day I'll go in to play. One night I went to play cards. I'm like, hey, where has so and so been? Like, oh man, he got deported. I'm like, oh no, what did he do? And like, nothing. He was being lazy and forgot or just put off getting his visa renewed. So now he's got to go back for 10 years. Oh, there we go again, camera. Thanks. It's like, whoa, 10 years. Yeah, this thing's driving me crazy. I'm going to have to get a new cord when I get back. There won't be a Drinks with Dempsey show Friday because we're traveling. So hopefully I can pick up the cord when I get back to the Nuga and take care of this issue because it's really annoying. There's got to be a Target down here in Gulf Shores or Pensacola or something. Maybe there's a Best Buy in Pensacola. Hey, are we going over to McGuire's at some point this week? Tuesday. Maybe we can hit Best Buy if they've got one. Surely they have a Best Buy. Oh, dude, I love the Tour de France. Tour de France.
There's a Best Buy in Foley.
There is? Perfect. I'll go over there then. Foley's got a Best Buy. I knew they'd have one. Dude, I love watching the Tour de France. It's like the best thing that you can. In fact, I kind of want to put it on right now on the television over there and just have it on. It's so great. Just, watching them go through the countryside is just, and I love hearing the announcers talking too, just everybody's meandering through the countryside there. And then you just, you see some castles and you hear these guys with these cool accents talking about the different racers. And I love it. I haven't watched it in a few years, but there was one summer where I watched every race back when I was working in the school system, because then it was like, that was my time off. I'm gonna watch the Tour for a few hours every day. In hindsight, I probably could have written more books. No, well, I don't think I was writing them at that time. I hadn't really hammered down on it yet. Hey, now that's see, this is why you take care of me, Michelle. This is, you see, you've always got my back. it's a good idea. I will try it with the core on the iPad and see. I don't know if I can. I guess I could run. See, this is what drives me crazy. I was running the simulation earlier. This looks like the connection is fairly good. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging in your router. Well, see, I don't know. It's saying that, whenever it goes off, it's a cord issue. But this thing is also saying the Wi-Fi is not great. Look, I've been pleasantly surprised with Alabama's Wi-Fi or high-speed internet down here. The upload and download speeds have been solid. Way to go, Alabama. At least this part of it. I mean, and I have a high bar for that because Chattanooga has the world's fastest internet. We had a gig 11 years ago. So I like to brag on that like I did something. We have the world's fastest internet. Oh, did you lay the fiber? No. Did you come up with the plan and organize the technological infrastructure? No. But I do download videos and watch a lot of YouTube. There we go again. My goodness. Hey, look, see? That time I didn't even have to hit a button. I think it might be a Wi-Fi issue here. Connection is unstable to Wi-Fi. That's weird. Make your phone. But if I switch connections, then I'll lose the show. Oh, I can't do that. I have been really pleasantly surprised with the Wi-Fi. But here we go. Here's the problems. Sorry, guys. The show's all about that. Yeah, I love Apple products too. Yeah, he's the Android person, so he's the one that brings the viruses home. Morning, Dennis. I love that you guys all show up. It makes me feel good to see you guys here. Yes. Yeah, I could try Walmart too. No. We don't need to go over to the outlets. Michelle, my wife already went over there. She went to Tanger the other day. She said it's huge. Oh, they're in Denmark. Oh, I love Denmark so much. Oh, such a cool country. Really cool place. They drink a lot of instant coffee, though. It's a little strange. Yes, I remember that. Okay, Paul. It could be operator error. I'm the common denominator. Thank you, Dennis, for the heads up. Kowalski, it's good to see you. Yeah, it is a big deal down here. I mean, where I'm from, here, all over the South, Walmart's a big. I don't know. I don't often go to Walmart anymore. Sometimes go over there. Just depends on what I need. Okay. Not a whole lot going on in the sports world right now because it's that little period of time where it's just baseball and Formula One and the Tour de France, which actually is a lot going on when you consider the tour. But we are getting close. August is almost here, and August is NFL preseason and college football wrapping up fall practices, getting ready to ramp things up. I mean, we're like 60 days out from football season again. I know Megan's excited. No, she's going to be like, great. But, my wife, better come back to that comment in a few minutes. Yeah, so it's going to be fun. Things are ramping up. Preseason football camp, NFL camps will be starting here in about 2 weeks, right? So that'll be fun. See what the teams have, who's going to emerge as the dark horse front runner that nobody saw coming, and all that stuff. I'm excited to see it. I have very low expectations for my Falcons. I have reasonably high expectations for the Tennessee Vols, and they've been doing wonders in the recruiting trail lately. So I'm expecting even bigger things next year. And I've never been like a Tennessee, okay, next year's like, that's not been my thing, but I'm starting to see it now. I'm starting to see, okay, they're actually doing the right things. That's good. Bringing in the right people. Now, so I have not have foosball. Morning, Jim Motts. Good grief, you're up early. Actually, it's not that bad, is it? Because I'm on Central Time, so you're 2 hours back. So this is like you've already been up for an hour, probably. Yeah, I haven't watched that, but maybe I should. One of my wife's friends is a huge Formula One fan. I know some of y'all are big F1 fans. Ray Braun loves it, and people have been trying to get me into it. It just seems strange. There's only 14 teams, and so that seems like a small league to me. I know Allison Valentine loves it, and I don't understand it. Maybe if I watch that series, I'll understand it. But before I watch that series, I've got to finish Moon Knight. I finished Obi-Wan last night. We finished Kenobi last night. And we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, maybe I need to check that out. Maybe I need to get into it. I need something else to do. Because everything else always... Well, that's not everything else always disappoints me. That's not true. Sports have been delivering pretty well lately with the Braves, and not with you, Atlanta United, but certainly not with Everton. My goodness, they gotta make some moves. So I was gonna say, before I forget and come back to Obi-Wan, I have Heavy Lies the Crown, the final edits from Anne. So I am going to edit that today. I'm going to make her corrections. I'm going to send it to my narrator, John Perhala, the incomparable John Perhala. And he is going to rip that sucker out in probably this week. So we are going to be able to do a simultaneous launch of audio, paper, hardcover, and Kindle on July 29. So I'm really excited about it. Remember, do not attempt to pre-order this book. I'm going to say this for the next 3.5 weeks. Even if you see an alert saying, because I got to time this right, it's weird. Even if you see an alert that says, oh, pre-order now, do not pre-order now, okay? We're trying to drive this sucker into the top 5 on Amazon, which is a lofty, lofty goal, but you got to shoot for the stars. And again, this is you guys, you showing up is like right here today. All 15,000 of you. Good morning, Candace. You guys always show up, and it's so touching. I love it. It's so humbling, and it's so cool that you guys come and hang out. And I like it. It shows me that you're real friends. That's a good thing. But if you want to see the Sean Wyatt, Dak Harper stuff, Gideon Wolf stuff hit the movies or the streaming services, this is a surefire way to make it happen. If we can tell enough people to get the new book when it comes out, the weekend it comes out, get it in that top 5 spot, the movie deals come, and then the production starts, and they won't be able to produce it fast enough. As slow as Hollywood moves, they'll have to move fast on this because it's just too hot. They're going to be like, wow, where did this come from? And be like, well, maybe you should pay attention to this. Maybe let me fix this. Maybe you should pay attention to, oh, look, it died again. Audio only, come on. Maybe you should pay attention to Coffee Nation and Drinks with Dempsey. Those are the people that made it happen. Hey, buddy. These people in the comments over here, that's you. That's you. Well, I appreciate that. I like you too. I know. You guys are great. You're so great. But you can make it happen. You have all the power. So be sure you put those QR codes into the church bulletins. And I keep using the church example. I don't know. That would be really funny. I bet I could sneak them into my church. People wouldn't even know. It would be kind of funny to do that, especially since it is a violent book, but it's not like, I toned it down a little bit from the last one, I think, from Country Roads. Country Roads are pretty rough. But, speaking of Country Roads, you know what? It might be there already. Look and see. It's still pending the review, but I uploaded Country Roads to Audible, but I'm also going to be selling it direct on my website. So when I get back, actually, I might post that one here in the next couple days while I'm down here. And if you're interested in the audiobook, you could buy it direct from my website, or you could get it on Audible. If you do the Audible credit thing, it'll be on there, and I'm sure in a couple days. It's just they got to do the review. So you guys are funny. Hey, Michelle, or I'll text you after the show, because I know I've been down here almost 2 weeks, and there's at least one friend down here I haven't seen yet, and I feel bad about it, because the first day we were here, she's like, "Oh, let's do this," and then we like changed plans. We like flaked out on her. I think it's because it was raining. I feel a little bad about that. I need to text her, but I still would like to see you if we can, if the timing works out. So I know you guys are coming in. I think we're doing the 7th, maybe, is what you said. So we'll get together on the 7th. Just don't let me forget to. I told Megan about it, but I know I'll have to remind her. So, oh, by the way, we saw another shark yesterday. So that's 2 sharks in one trip. Ooh, nice. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Dennis. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, so yesterday, 4 days ago, we're out there and we see this like 12-foot hammerhead shark thrashing around with a bunch of people in the water, right? You know, the hammerhead's not as a big a deal with people. Call on me, Valerie. There she is. But it's still a little unnerving, when you see a giant killing machine like swimming 30 feet from the shore, maybe 40 feet from the shore. It was real shallow, but it was chasing those stingrays, a couple of stingrays, and people freaked out, came in. I got some pictures of it. Same day, my buddy, he's a tarpon guide, boat captain down in Tampa area. He said that they had a hammerhead blow up a tarpon, 150-pound tarpon they had on the line. They just came up and boom. Oh, there goes the camera. Here it goes. Ugh. Camera. But yeah. He said, so it was same day. Apparently, like with the waters getting warmer, they're coming closer to shore more often, hunting, especially hunting those rays, things like that. Yeah, I did. My kid's like, did you tell them about the shark? So then yesterday, we're out there, and my wife and my kid are in the water, and they're staying pretty close to shore. There's other people out there, like pretty far out, and sure enough, and I'm just watching. I'm standing on the sand, and I'm just like, like I never in my life have I gone to the beach and thought, oh, better watch for sharks. It just never happened. Sure enough, boom, another one thrashing over here. Was a bull shark this time, and those you don't want to mess with. Those, like, hammerheads don't really go after people very much, from what I know. But the bull sharks, smaller, but way more aggressive towards people. And fortunately, that like my wife and kid had gotten out of the water, and this thing shows up 5 minutes later. And and there were some people in the water, they're all like running out of the water. It was like tearing into a fish or something. And what was crazy was like all these other people up the shore were just they were all staring at it. And meanwhile, there's just, I don't know, 50 people still in the water. Like these people know there's a shark, but they didn't bother like yelling at the others to get out. And this one chick's on a paddle board, and she's out there like way out, like, I don't know, 150, 200 yards out, meters, whatever you want to call it. And she's like rowing. Then she turns towards where the shark had taken off to. And I'm like, wow, now that chick, she's got guts. Those guts might soon be in the guts of a shark, but it was crazy. It was wild. Let's talk about, yeah, man, we don't mess with those. The bulls, the great whites, and the tigers. Those are mean to people. We don't get a lot of tigers out here, I don't think. There's some great whites about 25 miles off the coast here, though, from what I've heard. You'll see them out in the Gulf. I don't ever want to see one of those suckers. That would be surreal. Maybe from afar and with nobody in the water. So let's talk a story real quick. Obi-Wan. We got 5 minutes left. Obi-Wan. Did anybody watch it? The Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney Plus. I really enjoyed that series. I hated that it was only 6. I don't want to hate something. I appreciate how good it was. Here we go again, camera. I appreciate how good it was. I wish it had been a little bit longer, 1 or 2 more episodes, but man, it was pretty cool. Especially the last 2 episodes. The last 2 episodes with the fight scenes and how he regains his strength with the Force and all that. Really cool. I enjoyed it. No spoilers. Not giving any spoilers. So I'm not giving any spoilers, Dr. Kelly. Yeah, you liked it? I did too. I liked it. Yeah, the last episode was awesome. And they buttoned everything down real well. I liked how they buttoned it all down. So just to give you a spoiler, though, Dr. Kelly, Obi-Wan does not die. Neither does Princess Leia. Not in that show. Yeah, it was just really good storytelling. They had some good additional characters. They had some heartstring moments that they pull on, and dealing with some loss, dealing with some triumph, dealing with the realities of that conflict, that it's fictional conflict, but they make the sacrifices feel real. And yeah, it was good storytelling, I thought. Yeah, I know. It's driving me crazy. Well, this will be the last one I do with this cord, possibly, or possibly with the camera. I might have to get a new one. I don't want to do that, but we'll see. Yeah, always a good lightsaber tool. So Megan's still complaining, though. She wants a full Darth Vader series of just Vader probably killing people. She is a Sith, I'm pretty sure. So she's a funny one. She always wears black, and very often at her job, she finds very serious health problems with people, even though she's in orthopedics. So people call her the Angel of Death, which is a little grim. But I think maybe she's like using the dark side of the Force is what's causing this. I mean, there's something wrong with her. Here's what I want to know. I want to know what happens, and I got to go in a second. But You did see her in pink, but the top was black. Black's her favorite color. Pink's her second favorite color. Let that sink in. Yeah, it would be. But you know what else would be an interesting series? And I got a feeling they're going to do this. The female character that became the Grand Inquisitor, right? And Carrie, I'm trying not to give you spoilers. Come on. Actually, if I talk about it, it will give a spoiler, Kelly. So Dr. Kelly, so please cover your ears for a second if you want to. But I want to see that. I want to see that character that was the former, keep your ears closed, Dr. Kelly. The former youngling. I want to see that character because, there's something they leave it hanging like you're free to do whatever you want to do now. What's she going to do? Right. I want to know because she's pretty powerful and she can't just walk off into the sunset like Obi-Wan does. She has plenty of life left to live. She has this Damascus Road moment, right? Like Saul, when he realized that he'd been persecuting these people and he had the conversion moment, right? She had that experience. So I want to see what she does with it because we know Saul becomes Paul and he did all this mission work, did miracles, all these things. What does she do? Right? What does she do to help jumpstart the rebellion? Right? So anyway, I would like to see it. I personally would love to write it. If any of you are connected with Dave Filoni or any of those people, Jon Favreau, if they would like me to write the book version of that character, I would. If it hasn't been done already, I would love to do it. So call me, Favreau. I'll write the book. I'll finish Moscow Sky, and I'll set Gideon Wolf off to the side for about 8 weeks, and I'll work on that book because I would love to develop that character. I've got some ideas already. So give Jon Favreau a call for me, okay? John, if you're watching this, I would love to write that character's book. Yeah. That's right. Way more to her character. Yeah, well, I don't know how to contact him, but I'll get my manager on it. I'll see. All right, listen, guys. Camera's going to cut out again in like 2 minutes. So I'm going to go. I'm going to drink the rest of my coffee on the balcony out here watching the ocean. I got 4 more days of this view, and then I'm headed back to my home state of Tennessee. So I will see you guys next Sunday, not Friday, because I'll be driving. So next Sunday, I'll see you here for Coffee Nation. Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And for you here in the States, have a wonderful 4th of July tomorrow. Be careful with those fireworks.